Hey guys, welcome back to the Freedom Income YouTube channel. Thank you for your continuous support. So this video I wanted to talk to you and discuss with you about this such an interesting, if you like, almost a historic event that is happening at the moment in the stock trading world, investing world, right? GameStop. If you haven't already heard about this, do look into it because it's quite an exciting time in some respect. GameStop, GME, right? This stock, what happened, if you actually look at the chart here, now this stock, I mean, it's just completely gone parabolic from what, 20 something to 300 something, right? As we're talking about more than 1,000% ROI, right? So basically what's happening, sorry, not there, yeah. So basically what's happening is that we have a Reddit group called Wall Street Bets, and they have somewhat a few million followers in the Reddit group, and they also have a Discord group with about 250,000 members. So what's happening is that they have gotten together and taken on Wall Street hedge funds. This is basically with GameStop. There's a few stocks they're into. There's GameStop, GME, there's AMC, there's Nokia, and there's BlackBerry. Right? They are into those stocks, and there was actually also a bit of a naked pump, NAKD pump, so basically they were longing these stocks. And with GameStop, what happened was that when it was super overbought at that level, what happened was that a few hedge funds, Wall Street hedge funds, they are the guys they are the whales, if you like, in the game, and they always win. They always beat us retail traders. The marketplace is actually very, very difficult and challenging for us retail traders to win. The best way to do it is if you follow the institution money, follow the smart money. That is the way to win the game. However, what's happening is that such a large, huge number of retail traders, mostly millennials, the smart people, and they're reckless, and they have taken on the Wall Street, if you like, longing GME. And Wall Street, what happened was that Wall Street tried to short the stock, and because there were so many people, there were just such a large number of retail traders longing the stock, Wall Street hedge funds actually lost billions and billions of dollars in one day as a result of this. And as a result of that, there's a few brokers, platforms such as Robinhood, maybe even TD, IBKR a little bit, but not so much. There was just, especially Robinhood, they were kind of, they halted trading of GME for some time. So people, there were traders in the group that couldn't cash in, couldn't take profits, and they couldn't buy the stock, so that the stock, because people could not buy, the stock could not go up. And it was almost like Wall Street hedge funds working together with some brokers, especially Robinhood. It's like they're working together to try and make us retails lose, and so that Wall Street can make some money back. Now this scenario, I mean, is almost like a historic event, because this has never happened in the past. It's quite an interesting event, so do look into it. And it just kind of changes the entire market condition, if you like, because the market has always operated in such a way that Wall Street hedge funds, those big institutions where the big money is, they are used to winning. I mean, they do this to us retail traders all the time, and this is how they make money and take out liquidity, especially in Forex, right? Banks are always making these kind of sharp moves to take out liquidity and take out retail traders. So really, the only way we can benefit is if we trade according to strategy and trade the right setups with high probability on our side, and trade with the institution. You got to think about how the banks trade and how the institutions trade, and try not to get taken out. But they do this to us like all the time, and for the first time pretty much in history that we do it back to them, and it's not allowed. And literally it's things like broker delisting or broker haltage. I mean, and it's just quite unfair because you know, it's well, the world is how it is, and you know, it's going to be very difficult to beat these big whales, isn't it? So, but it's quite an interesting event how so many retail traders can get together to take on the whales. It's quite an exciting time. So anyway, regarding these stocks, GME, personally, right, I have a Discord group with about 350 members roughly. So it's a very small Discord group, but it's growing consistently, and is a great Discord group. There's there's a lot of chatting, and our win rate is really high. Our win rate, without any exaggeration, overall is about 85% across all financial instruments, including stocks, options, CFDs, Forex, cryptos, penny stocks, SPACs, IPOs, futures, and ETFs. So we pretty much trade every instrument out there, and we invest. We have a few real estate investors in the group as well, including myself. So it's a complete free group as well. There are many groups up there that you have to pay monthly fees for. Sure, some of them are great, some of them are good, but at the end of the day, are they really trying to help you when they charge $50, $100 a month for actually, in my opinion, doing very little? And in my group, it's completely free. In fact, I have even been approached by or headhunted by other groups to work with them, and I'll get paid. And I actually refuse. I don't want to. I actually genuinely enjoy helping people, which is why I don't charge for what I do. I mean, there's not many groups. In fact, there's very few groups that actually provide alerts as detailed as I do, or as detailed as our traders do in the group. I mean, there's a few of us. We have Alabala here, who's a highly experienced CFD Forex trader, and he can give you quite a detailed analysis of how the market is in terms of your indices and in terms of your Forex currency. We also have a couple of other traders or alerters in the group. There's myself, which I trade everything, pretty much every instrument. There's Maturin. He's had more than 10 years of trading experience. That's a lot of value in itself. We have 8. There's Rare, there's Ricey Fighter. She's a CFD Forex trader. We have Ricey Fighter, who's a stock trader for many years of experience. And myself, I've had 3 or 4 years of experience. And we have she pretty much trades AP Dubai. She pretty much trades stocks and CFDs and Forex. And we also have Dimson, who's actually just joined us. He's got an interesting story, and he trades many instruments, including futures. He's quite a heavy futures trader. And we also have, last but not least, Cian River. I mean, she's a big player. She goes in big positions, and she's very brave, and she picks some really nice stocks, explosive ones. So there's a few of us, like 8 of us or 9 of us in the group. And if you just have a look at some of this, NNDM, I've personally traded NNDM like 7 times in the last 2 months, because they keep doing dilution. They keep diluting their shares. They keep doing share offerings. Literally every time, as soon as they do a share offering, you buy it, you're going to make money off it within the week, pretty much. I mean, we're into these Bitcoin mining stocks like Mara, etc. And I mean, these GME, right? Personally, I missed it, and by the time I saw it, it was about 100 something here. I just didn't want to chase that, right? In our group, especially myself, I'm quite a safe person. I only trade the setups whereby I only, first of all, trade the right stocks, the right bullish stocks. I don't touch stocks. Usually, I don't touch stocks. That doesn't make sense to me. I invest in the right stocks, like Tesla, like Apple, like NVDA, like SGen, like SMT, like STM. Or sometimes I'm a bit more ambitious and I go for certain other stocks like ACB or Cannabis. I would go for APRE. I would go for Vive. I would go for CLSN. I'll go for CIDM, those kind of penny stocks as well. But the thing is, my timing is always quite efficient. I would never get in on a stock where the RSI is like 90 or more than 80. I just wouldn't. It's too risky. It's going to do a dip. So our timing, right? With AMC, for example, okay, a lot of people are hyping about this once the explosion has happened. I mean, people are trying to catch this, right? In AMC, in my group, if you go to Penny Alerts, AMC, which is one of the Wall Street Bets stock, right? If you actually go to AMC, let's see some of the older ones. Oh, wow. See, yeah, we caught it really early. I mean, AMC there. We have Ricey Fighter who bought AMC at $2.83, and I bought it at that same time, but in a call option, right, when the stock was in the twos. So that's when you want to be getting into a stock right here. This is where we got into stock and alerted for the stock. Right, this is just one example that we caught, and another one would be Nokia. Right, Nokia is also one of their plays, the Wall Street Bets play. Right, again, I alerted this in the early fours in my group. You can even, in fact, let's see if I can find that NOK. Yeah, 450. Right, I got that into that at 450, which is here. You don't want to be catching, you don't want to, really realistic, you don't want to be trying catching a bit of a profit here, because sure, it might go up another 200%, but equally it can drop 50% or more. Your risk is high, unless if you set a stop loss, of course. But if you catch it here, you got practically no risk on stocks like that. And these are the kind of calls that we make in our group. Early, we catch these things before they explode. And so just as a few examples, let me just see if, I think it's here somewhere. I posted it yesterday. Yeah, so let me just see where I posted it. Somewhere. It's definitely somewhere yesterday. Here we go. Right, this is some of our recent plays. This is our most recent month of play, right? Most recent month. CLSN alerted in the 60s. 100% plus up. CIDM alerted in the 60s, 100% up. AMC alerted in the twos, 1000% plus up. BNGO, I alerted this in the group in the 60 cents, and that's 2000% up because it went as high as $15-16. AVGR alerted in the 40s, 300 plus up. PLTR alerted in low 20s, 50% more up. OXBR, Cian River in the group alerted in the low 2s, more than 100% up. ASTI alerted it at 1 cent. It went as high as 4 or 5 cents at one point, but now it's come down a little bit. Fubo alerted again mid-20s, and it went as high as 60 or high 50s, so another 100% or plus up. So these are the kind of calls that we make in the group, that we catch them early before it actually explodes. And just for your information, today I got into a couple. LPCN, I believe, was one of them. That's one of the stocks that I got into today, because it's, I mean, if arguably if you look at it, it's quite low. It hasn't really run much, but even better, I think the other one that I called is this one here. Right, look, these are the kind of catches you want to catch before the explosion, right? This essentially could turn into a Vive, which goes there, right? But this is the kind of entry you want to make. You don't want to enter it when it's up here, like a lot of the other ones, AMC and all that, right? You want to catch them here, and then they will go there. So maybe this one, I believe, is a good catch, pretty good timing right now. Another one that I caught, which was just I alerted in the group just a couple of days ago, was Vive. I mean, we caught this right here at the bottom, right in the mid threes. This your risk is pretty much nothing there, but your reward potential is potentially very, very high. And if you have a look at this stock, Vive, the average analyst rating for this stock is $22. So, I mean, we've got a hell of a long way to go. And yesterday, this actually went from, so I got in about early 340. I think I alerted in a group. And this stock went as high as 450 yesterday, and we sold some in the fours for a nice little profit there. But I'm holding still 2/3 of my portfolio from when I bought in the low threes, because I think this one could go to 5, then 10, or even more, and might be quite quick as well. So do check it out. And we actually go the extra mile on the group. I'm not just trying to sell to you here because there's nothing to sell, because it's free, right? The group is completely free. There is no cost, and I don't even do Patreon because I don't find because it's just another way to make money, isn't it? So I just basically have this group. And you know, it's got everything. It's got education. It shows you what broker platforms to use for every single crypto platform, or CFDs or stocks platform. It pretty much it does everything. And we in this group go the extra mile to help the trader, especially a newbie trader, to become a successful trader. And we do it all for free. So maybe do check that out. And sign up. Join us. It's completely free, and try it out. You have nothing to lose, and I'm confident there's a lot you can gain from the group. This week, CFD was 95% win rate, for example. Anyway, I got to log out. Thank you and happy trading.